Oke. Oke, selamat siang Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Dan selamat datang di acara webinar oleh PT Tekno Logika Utama sebagai Adobe Platinum Reseller Indonesia yang kali ini akan mengusung tema Adobe Substance Next Generation of Creativity. Sudah ada beberapa narasumber yang akan mengisi acara pada hari ini. Yang pertama yaitu ada Bapak Handi, selaku Sales Supervisor Adobe PT Tekno Logika Utama yang akan mempresentasikan overview mengenai PT Tekno Logika Utama. Dan akan ada juga Miss Meizi selaku Substance 3D Specialist. Nah, dimohon Bapak dan Ibu tetap mengikuti acara sampai selesai karena nanti akan ada sesi kuis di mana penjawab kuis yang cepat dan tepat akan mendapatkan hadiah menarik seperti webcam Logitech C270 dan One More Piston Buds. Wow, menarik sekali kan hadiahnya? Dan jika saat sesi presentasi nanti ada pertanyaan, Bapak Ibu bisa langsung ketikkan pertanyaannya di kolom Q&A dan ditujukan kepada narasumber siapa. Semua pertanyaan-pertanyaan yang masuk akan dijawab langsung oleh narasumber kita pada saat sesi Q&A nantinya. Oke, tanpa berlama-lama lagi, kita akan masuk ke narasumber kita yang pertama, yaitu Bapak Handi, yang akan mempresentasikan mengenai PT Tekno Logika Utama. Kita panggilkan Pak Handi. Halo, selamat siang Pak Handi.
Iya, siang Marsha.
Apa kabar Pak Handi?
Luar biasa sekali ya.
Oke, luar biasa ya Pak ya. Nah,
Harus
sudah
luar biasa.
banyak attendees webinar kita hari ini yang ingin mengetahui lebih lanjut mengenai Adobe Substance itu apa, dan PT Tekno Logika itu siapa sih. Jadi tanpa berlama-lama lagi, saya persilahkan Bapak Handi untuk memulai presentasinya. Silakan Pak.
Oke, thank you Marsha. Oke, selamat siang semuanya. Saya ucapkan selamat datang, selamat bergabung di dalam acara webinar kali ini. Kami dari PT Tekno Logika mengucapkan terima kasih untuk Bapak dan Ibu yang sudah bergabung pada hari ini, sudah mau meluangkan waktunya gitu ya untuk mendengarkan, untuk sama-sama belajar lah ya, sama-sama belajar dari narasumber utama kita, yaitu dari Meizi, itu dari Adobe Substance dari Adobe. Kita bisa belajar langsung update produk-produk terbaru dari Meizi. Oke, saya perkenalkan sedikit aja, saya tidak akan berlama-lama bahwa kita ini adalah dari Tekno Logika. Tekno Logika ini kita adalah Platinum Partner dari Adobe, di mana Platinum Partner ini adalah partner tertinggi yang ada di Adobe. Ada beberapa tier dari Adobe untuk partner-partnernya gitu ya. Nah, tier-tier yang ada ini bisa bekerja sama untuk penjualan Adobe. Tetapi untuk di Indonesia sendiri, kita termasuk tier Platinum, di mana Platinum ini adalah tier yang paling tinggi. Oke, nah selain itu kita juga sudah banyak sekali kerjasama di Indonesia gitu ya, untuk Adobe. Kita sudah provide banyak sekali perusahaan-perusahaan di Indonesia yang untuk penggunaan Adobe mereka gitu. Kita sudah hampir 10 tahun bekerja sama dengan Adobe. Jadi kita sudah sangat-sangat kompeten sekali gitu untuk mengerjakan semua proyek-proyek yang berhubungan dengan Adobe. Nah, salah satunya adalah seperti yang di-list adalah ada Universitas Indonesia, ada BINUS, ada Telkom University, ada UPH, ada ya, ITB, ada Untar, UMN, ada Utama. Ini adalah customer-customer dari edukasi ya. Karena Adobe sendiri pun sangat-sangat mendukung sekali gitu untuk program-program edukasi dan organisasi gitu. Dari harganya sendiri pun mereka sangat-sangat support dengan harga yang spesial gitu untuk yang edukasi. Jadi bagi Bapak Ibu yang berasal dari edukasi gitu ya, dari universitas atau dari organisasi, tentu akan mendapatkan harga yang sangat bagus sekali dari Adobe. Ya, Bapak dan Ibu bisa menghubungi kami juga jika ingin mendapatkan harga spesial. Nah, di luar itu juga untuk yang corporate seperti IFW, Pertamina, Jarum, Kompas Gramedia, Transmedia, Bank Indonesia, Trans7, Metro TV, MNC, CNN, ini hanya sebagian kecil lah ya customer-customer kita yang kita layani untuk penggunaan Adobe mereka. Di luar ini masih banyak sekali yang tidak kita catat di sini. Gitu. Jadi ini hanya sebagai gambaran saja bahwa kita sudah sangat lama sekali bekerja sama dengan Adobe dan kita sudah sangat kompeten sekali untuk mengerjakan proyek-proyek Adobe dari proyek-proyek yang kecil sampai proyek yang enterprise. Nah, sedikit menjelaskan mengenai license untuk Adobe, mungkin Bapak dan Ibu agak jarang gitu mendapatkan informasi ini ya, karena dari sales pun biasanya tidak terlalu dalam menjelaskan mengenai Adobe license ini. Nah, saya jelaskan sedikit mengenai Adobe license ini akan ada terbagi beberapa macam. Di mana Adobe license yang pertama ini adalah yang individual. Untuk individual ini biasanya bisa Bapak search, kalau misalnya Bapak search untuk produk-produk Adobe itu akan langsung keluar, ada harganya dari websitenya Adobe, di adobe.com. Nah, ini adalah license individual namanya, di mana perbedaannya adalah dia tidak bisa digunakan untuk perusahaan. Ini hanya ditujukan untuk penggunaan pribadi, untuk seperti kalau misalnya Bapak itu adalah seorang freelance, atau hanya pemakai untuk hobi, untuk di rumah, gitu. Nah, ini hanya untuk penggunaan individual aja, untuk belajar seperti itu. Nah, terus pembeliannya hanya bisa melalui website, di mana website adobe.com itu yang tertera di situ Bapak Ibu melakukan pembelian lewat website tersebut dan pembayarannya hanya bisa menerima menggunakan kartu kredit. Nah, yang lainnya adalah lisensi ini tidak bisa dibagikan. Jadi di mana Bapak dan Ibu misalnya membeli produk ini mendaftarkan atas satu email, maka license tersebut akan mengikat kepada satu email tersebut gitu. Pada saat Bapak mau mentransfer kepada orang lain itu tidak bisa, hanya bisa menggunakan satu email tersebut dan tidak ada admin konsol jika digunakan lebih dari satu orang. Karena hanya terikat kepada satu email itu aja gitu. Nah, di luar itu yang kedua itu adalah Adobe License itu untuk bisnis. Yang untuk bisnis ini adalah untuk penggunaan corporate di mana Bapak dan Ibu untuk regulasinya jika menggunakan di dalam perusahaan tentu harus menggunakan yang versi bisnis, tidak diizinkan untuk menggunakan yang versi individual. Nah, kelebihannya adalah Bapak dan Ibu akan mendapatkan 100 GB cloud storage, di mana cloud storage ini akan dapat menyimpan data seperti data dokumen, data preset jika menggunakan Photoshop atau Premiere seperti itu. Nanti ada preset-preset yang bisa disimpan di dalam cloud storage tersebut. Nah, yang Bapak dan Ibu dapat adalah sebesar 100 GB. Nah, yang lainnya adalah pembeliannya itu akan pembelian melalui partner, bukan melalui website. Sehingga transaksinya akan menggunakan transaksi rupiah dan kita bisa menggunakan opsi banyak sekali pembayaran yang bisa kita lakukan gitu, bukan hanya menggunakan kartu kredit saja. Di luar itu Bapak dan Ibu akan mendapatkan support dari partner lokal, yaitu Tekno Logika sebagai partner, kita bisa memberikan support. Kalau misalnya Bapak dan Ibu membeli melalui website, tentunya supportnya harus raise tiket langsung kepada Adobe-nya dan bahasa yang digunakan adalah bahasa Inggris. Tetapi kalau misalnya lewat dari Teknologika, tentu dari engineer kita yang sudah sangat kompeten akan membantu Bapak dan Ibu terlebih dahulu. Kalaupun sampai misalnya ada case yang harus kita langsung kepada Adobe, dari tim Teknologika yang akan connect kepada tim di Adobe untuk komunikasinya sehingga akan lebih memudahkan kepada Bapak Ibu karena bahasa yang kita gunakan adalah bahasa Indonesia gitu. Nah, untuk lisensinya sendiri ini bisa dideploy. Bedanya adalah kalau misalnya contohnya dari dalam satu perusahaan Bapak dan Ibu itu ada 10 orang yang bekerja menggunakan license Adobe. Nah, pada saat penggunaan dalam waktu berjalan ada salah satu karyawan yang akhirnya resign. Pada saat karyawan tersebut resign, kita bisa tinggal matikan saja untuk license yang digunakan oleh orang tersebut dan dipindahkan kepada karyawan yang baru yang menggantikannya gitu. Dan ini akan sangat mudah sekali bagi Bapak Ibu karena secara license sendiri dia akan menghitung jumlah, bukan menghitung nama usernya. ID-nya akan ada satu, di dalamnya tinggal quantity yang Bapak Ibu beli. Misalnya 10, maka akan tertulis 10. Itu mau di-deploy atau dikasih ke siapa ID-nya, itu bebas. Nanti Bapak dan Ibu yang bisa atur sendiri. Gitu. Nah, di dalam admin konsol inilah yang akan dapat mengatur lisensi-lisensi tersebut. Dan terakhir adalah ada level pricing, di mana level pricing ini adalah mengacu kepada quantity. jika kuantiti yang Bapak Ibu beli semakin besar, tentunya akan menjadi semakin murah harga yang Bapak Ibu dapatkan gitu. Berbeda dengan web ya, kalau misalnya di web Bapak mau beli 10 license atau 100 license, 1000 license pun harganya pasti akan seperti yang tertera yang ada di web tersebut. Tetapi kalau misalnya di bisnis, kita bisa negosiasi harga dengan harga yang lebih murah karena ada level-level tertentu sesuai dengan kuantiti yang Bapak Ibu beli. Nah, untuk level yang selanjutnya adalah level enterprise. Untuk enterprise ini, penggunaannya sama seperti yang bisnis, yaitu untuk penggunaan perusahaan. Secara cloud storage-nya pun mendapatkan 100 GB cloud storage. Pembeliannya sama melalui partner juga, akan dapat support dari partner lokal juga, hampir sama dengan yang bisnis. Tetapi bedanya adalah lisensinya ini adalah bisa untuk multiple admin gitu. Contohnya, misalnya Bapak dan Ibu punya 10 anak perusahaan di dalam satu holding ya. Di dalam satu holding ini, di dalam 10 perusahaan yang berbeda-beda ini lokasinya berbeda, tim IT-nya berbeda, semuanya berbeda. Sehingga untuk pembagian license yang sudah Bapak Ibu beli ini tentu akan sangat sulit sekali gitu ya koordinasinya, di mana dari IT cabang harus koordinasi lagi ke IT pusat baru membagikan lagi kepada siapa. Nah, kalau misalnya di enterprise kita bisa membuat multiple admin, di mana satu admin holding dia bisa menjadi super admin di sini, nanti akan membuat lagi untuk admin produk, di mana admin produk sini akan ada beberapa admin produk sesuai dengan cabang-cabang yang ada gitu ya. Nanti misalnya Bapak dan Ibu beli 100 license contohnya. Untuk PTA itu diberikan 20 license, PTB diberikan 30 license seperti itu. Nanti itu yang akan mereka atur sendiri sesuai dengan cabang masing-masing. Tidak perlu dari pusat untuk mengatur semuanya akan diatur kepada siapa. Tentu ini akan memudahkan mudah sekali untuk Bapak dan Ibu yang punya banyak sekali anak perusahaan gitu ya. Subsidiarinya jika banyak akan sangat memudahkan sekali. Untuk pembagiannya pun akan lewat admin konsol untuk mengatur lisensinya. Hanya berbedanya ini adalah admin konsol untuk level enterprise gitu. Ada beberapa perbedaan sedikit untuk pembagian lisensinya. Dan untuk level pricing-nya pun berbeda. Di mana level pricing untuk enterprise di sini kita akan langsung mengacu kepada Adobe. Nantinya kalau untuk yang enterprise ini adalah Bapak dan Ibu akan langsung connect kepada Adobe untuk negosiasi harga secara dolar. Nanti untuk harga rupiahnya akan lewat dari Tekno Logika gitu. Jadi sehingga harga yang Bapak dan Ibu dapat tentu akan sangat-sangat bagus sekali gitu ya, karena negosiasi adalah langsung kepada prinsipal. Oke. Untuk program-program yang diberikan oleh Adobe, ini ada program sebagai support ya, sebagai support untuk Bapak dan Ibu semuanya, ada namanya link membership dan ada 3 years commit. Link membership ini adalah seperti yang kalau misalnya Bapak dan Ibu menggunakan di bisnis, tetapi punya anak perusahaan, punya beberapa subsidiaries. Nah, harga yang Bapak dan Ibu dapatkan kan itu untuk satu PT saja. Dia mengacu kepada satu PT, sehingga kalau misalnya digabungkan dengan PT-PT yang lain, tentunya kuantiti Bapak dan Ibu akan lebih besar. Dan level pricing yang akan Bapak Ibu dapatkan akan lebih dalam gitu ya. Nah, inilah fungsinya link membership ini untuk di level bisnis ya. Di level bisnis ini Bapak dan Ibu akan mendapatkan link membership, kita bisa connect-kan. Misalnya Bapak dan Ibu punya satu holding utama, kita akan gabungkan penjualannya. Jadi misal di PTA belinya 5 unit, PTB belinya 7 unit, PTC belinya 20 unit, sehingga jika di total itu akan ada 30 unit lebih gitu ya. Nah, secara total, jadi setiap perusahaan PT A, B sampai C ini akan dihitung level harganya adalah level untuk yang 30 unit pengambilannya gitu. Jadi akan sangat menguntungkan sekali secara dari harga. Nah, tambahannya lagi adalah ada namanya 3 years commit. Ini untuk Bapak dan Ibu kalau misalnya Bapak dan Ibu sudah tahu nih, wah selama 3 tahun ke depan ini saya pasti belinya kuantitinya segini gitu. Nah, Bapak dan Ibu bisa komit untuk 3 tahun ke depan, Bapak komit dengan kuantiti yang sama, nanti akan mendapatkan harga yang lebih dalam lagi gitu. Perbedaan harganya lumayan kalau saya bilang ya, itu bisa sekitar 3-4% untuk setiap levelnya. Jadi kalau misalnya Bapak dan Ibu menggunakan semua support yang ada, tentu harga yang Bapak dan Ibu dapatkan akan sangat bagus sekali. Oke, ini aja penjelasan untuk license Adobe. Jika Bapak dan Ibu ada yang ingin ditanyakan mengenai produk, mengenai license atau apapun, bisa menghubungi kami. Kami bisa dikontak di PT Tekno Logika, Jalan Tanjung Duren Raya, Cafe 351B, Jakarta Barat. Untuk teleponnya ada tertera di layar. Cuman memang saat ini kita masih WFH, jadi kalau misalnya lebih baiknya adalah kita menghubungi lewat email atau lewat WhatsApp sales kita gitu. Jadi kalau misal telepon ke kantor mungkin saat ini tidak ada yang angkat karena kita saat ini masih full WFH gitu. Oke, ini aja yang saya ingin sampaikan tanpa berlama-lama lagi supaya kita bisa dapat materi dari Meizi. Terima kasih. Saya kembalikan lagi kepada Marsha.
Oke, terima kasih Pak Hani untuk penjelasannya yang sangat lengkap. Nah, bagi Bapak Ibu makanya jangan ragu lagi kalau Anda ingin membeli license resmi Adobe bisa langsung menghubungi PT Tekno Logika Utama karena kami di sini memang platinum reseller Adobe resmi di Indonesia. Jadi Bapak Ibu juga bisa mendapatkan technical support lokal di sini. Jika Bapak Ibu masih ada pertanyaan mengenai produk-produk Adobe yang sudah dijelaskan oleh Pak Handi barusan, silahkan ketikkan pertanyaannya di kolom Q&A yang nantinya akan dijawab langsung oleh Bapak Handi saat sesi Q&A. Oke, nah sekarang kita akan masuk ke sesi yang paling ditunggu-tunggu oleh Bapak Ibu semua, yaitu pemaparan mengenai Adobe Substance oleh Miss Meizi. Pemaparan akan disampaikan dalam bahasa Inggris. Beliau akan menyampaikan lebih detail mengenai produk Adobe Substance dan kaitannya dengan kreativitas 3D dan lain-lain. Oke, langsung saja. Let's welcome Miss Meizi. Hi, Meizi. Good afternoon. I'm sorry,
Hello,
is it
Masha.
afternoon or evening there?
Afternoon.
Okay. How are you, Meizi?
Very good. Nice to meet you and Handy and Masha again.
Yeah, glad to hear that. We're very excited to have you back. So without further ado, the stage is yours, Meizi. You may start the presentation.
Okay. So please allow me share my screen first. Okay. So, hello. Welcome to the 3D generation. I heard today, except we have some studios from animation, VFX, and furniture architectures. They also have some students. So yeah, you are the future, and I hope today's session you can really understand why 3D is the future, and you guys are the future, and why you need to pick up these skills. And I'm Meizi. I have been working for 3D more than almost 14 years. So thanks for joining today. I'm going to lead you to explore the creativity with the new Substance 3D collection. Okay. So this is artwork. Like today, I'm going to see all the artworks made by Adobe Substance 3D. Okay, none of them are photos. So when we start from to VFX, animation, or stylized art styles works. And of course, they also have some architectures and furnitures. All the Adobe Substance 3D, thanks to the technology, they all based on the machine learning, computer graphic strategy. So all the textures are parameter textures. So you can change all the parameters. It's not just a photo, a picture you need to apply to your 3D object before. Now you can change all the fabrics or all the walls tiles or all the floors. If it's wood, you can change colors, reflections, new or old. it's based just on one file, then you can generate like unlimited variations thanks to the technology. Okay, so before I start this session, I want to totally be clear. 3D, we have a very big part. We have modeling part. We also have texturing, rendering, After Effects part. Okay, so be with me. Like today, like Substance 3D is mainly for texturing. Okay, so you need to have a volume, like you need to have a shape, or you have the surface already. Then you use Substance to do the textures, like you do the character textures or some material textures. Okay, Substance is help you to do this part of job to help you to achieve the best productivities. And of course, in Adobe Substance Collections, we also offering some like studio background 360 HDR environment lightings. So please feel free to explore it. And based on all the Adobe Substance texturing package, so we can easily to create like we can create some asset like product. Then we can do some very fast mockup like industry designs, or you want to create a virtual scene. You need to have some asset object, right? If your character needs some shoes, or you need to design some collections, and others are just expiring because all the industry switched to the 3D. So we can see the world already all changed to 3D. And next year or next year, it will be just exploring. It's already exploring now. So we have automotive, okay? We have ice cream. Who doesn't like ice cream, right? You have the box. The box, yeah, for this simple modeling, you can download from the Adobe Substance 3D assets, the stock library. But for the complex modelings, you need to do it, okay? Then you use Substance to apply for textures. Why use Substance 3D textures? Because it's just the feeling the real. It's more than real, okay? You can feel the reflections and the bumpness. You can just feel like, okay, I don't need to send this actual fabric to the people, and the people already feel it. That's why our job is create a realistic world in the computer world, right? And we can also creating some realistic like fantasy world. And this is a great Asian artist, Zhelong. You can follow him on ArtStations, like all his Substance work, just amazing. If you play games, and yeah, we do a lot of animations, but still, like you can do the fantasy world concept, or you based on your optimizations, your working station need to render better, so you create the characters based on the optimizations, but still using all the high details 3D textures and the Genshin Impact. Like I think like now is the most popular game like we are playing, right? It's basically just exactly the same concept as the animation studios. We need to build a shape. We need to create a character. The character maybe not look real. It's really look like a manga cartoon style, but it's still from the 3D. Then you use the 3D textures to help you to create to fast adaptive to your textures, then to create the different phase of the shadows, lightings, and of course some really realistic different art styles. These are some logos and the best games, and this is just amazing, right? If we see this one, like we can see like all Disney's and the Pixar's, DreamWorks, they all switch to the 3D. And here we can see like we have IKEA, Wayfair, Ashley, and all the big furniture companies, e-commerce, including a lot of architecture companies like Gensler's, all these big firms. They are using Adobe Substance to create their digital assets. So today, I'm going to introduce you a virtual photography concept. It's maybe less for the animation students, but still you can use stager rendering to do your final output, your art profiles. And this is for architectures, okay? So basically, in the real world, if we want to create some photo shoots, it needs to involve a lot of work. We need to have assets. We need to hire the photographer. We need to have the booths. It's involved like a month of work. So now, thanks to the technology, we can just build all the things in the computer, especially during the COVID time. And the environment created is just better than the real ones, okay? And you can just from one thing you create the lifestyle realistic things, and you generate a lot of different pictures or assets based on your variations, and you create like just a realistic. Nobody can see like what's the difference from this one or another one. Sometimes the virtual photography's pictures rendering is even better than the real time when we take the photos. Then we need to adjust, retake, right? So let's go for the what kind of software and what kind of assets we can use it. Like I will give a very simple introductions. Then later we will just go to for the live demo, because everybody loves live demo, right? It's less talking, more visually, like less boring afternoon. Everybody's sleepy, and we have the 4 apps. We have Adobe Substance 3D Stager, Sampler, Designer, and Painter. So actually it's quite, it looks like quite similar. But if you go to the Adobe website, no, let's go to the Creative Cloud. You go to the 3D and AR tab, then you can see the pictures, so you will less confused. Okay, then we have the 3D Substance 3D Stager for the rendering, 3D Substance 3D Painter for your painting the assets. For you, when you have the modeling, you need to paint for the textures. We have 3D Sampler, is for help you to sample all your digital materials like wood, metals, or you just find pictures from Adobe stock or internet. You want to make it as a 3D materials, and the most hardcore 3D designers. Then I hope we can dive in someday somehow. But now, like for today, I will keep it because it's need a longer learning curve. Okay. Then you go enter. You can see there's Adobe Substance 3D assets. Then if you launch it, you can see it will direct you to the Adobe Substance 3D Assets website. In this website, it's similar to Adobe Stock, but it's all for 3D assets. You can find some simple 3D modelings, but still, you can also get some virtual photography backlighting environments, but still the best Adobe Substance 3D offering is still textures. So you can go for, it's more than 1100 already, then you can start to explore, okay? So we have one library, 4 apps, okay? Then we will go through 3 apps today, okay, to finish the seamless demos. So this is the ecosystem. We need to have the 3D modeling. Okay, it can be very, very simple. Then you start to give the surface. You give the metals, you give the leathers, fabrics, then you start to paint substance 3D painting. You paint the scenes, you paint some human living details and make it more realistic. Then you can go for the staging to do your final renderings. Okay, and different art styles. So first, this is Substance Sampler. It can help you faster to create the materials. Then you can add some variations, logos. Then we have Designer. Designer is the core of all the applications. But it helps you to create automotive pipelines. But you need to have a technical artist in-house to create the pipeline for you. Then we have Substance 3D Painter. We can paint all the details and we can create some scenes. And this is a library. Okay, based on the different industries, it has all the different libraries. Like if we are animations with our characters, or all the environments need fabrics, right? If we are we need to do the furnitures or indoor environments, we need a lot of walls, concrete, and for some assets, if you do cars, all the different materials you can find, and it's all just a very high quality. I don't see it's realistic. Of course it's realistic, but maybe your purpose is do not want it realistic, right? So I just want to tell you, like, all the source, all the receipt already been there. Then like for this wood, you can change all the shapes, and this is the marble. One marble you can generate like 1,000 different marbles that use on your assets. And of course, all the stitches, and it's just, you don't need to handmade it. All the things are automatically, you can just use a filter apply to your object. And of course, you are doing stylized things, right? And from the one pictures, you can create all the different variations. You add cracks, then you change to wood, you change the colors, change the different like cuttings, okay? And all of this materials, substance materials, you can use for all the 3D ecosystem. So for example, for 3D, if we are doing animation, we use 3D Maya, right? And we do, sometimes we do renderings, not only Substance Stager, but you also use like Arnold, VRED, different rendering tools, right? And it totally depends. And if we are doing furnitures, sometimes we use the different Varies or Redshift, and sometimes we use Unreal Unity to do the real-time user experience. Okay, so Substance Material just automatically integrate to all these softwares. Okay. So then based on this ecosystem, you can quick to create different materials. You can digitalize your photos to 3D materials. You can do the scanning or just to take a photo. Then you can create your own libraries, and you can share internal with all your mates, and you can start to create the different variations. Like you want to do AR, VR, or just the renderings or 360 visual tours, okay? And of course, for animation, you just want to do the final renderings, right? So let's start from the demo. Okay. So this is the Substance 3D assets, like I showed you before. If you want more Adobe Substance 3D informations, you go to the Adobe website. In the creativities, there is 3D and AR. Then you can find all the information you need. Like if you go to the communities or magazines, you have all the different breakdowns with all the different projects, then how they finished all the texturing process, okay? And of course, you also have the learning and support. You can go to the tutorials. So it's like an academy, okay? So you can learn all the process here, okay? So don't be shocked if you cannot follow what I showed today. At any time, you can just go back the tutorials to start from the basic or from the middle level, okay? So let's go for the Substance 3D assets first, okay? This is a 3D asset. So it will have some basic modelings. You have the environment backlightings. Normally I like to go to the collections. So collections is really based on the industry. So for example, today we have interior design, right? We have architecture studios in-house. So we have basic modelings. You can just drag it in. It's still keep updating. And of course, we also have so many different materials. So for example, let's go for leather. Mm-hmm. So when you click it, and it can show you the preview. If you go here, you can see like, okay, how it looks like when it applied on the surface. Because it's parametric material, so one material, you can generate all the different designs. For example, this one, you can change the colors, you can change the size, and the texture is automatically updated. Not like in Photoshop, if we want from the 512 to 1K, we will lose the resolution, right? But in substance material, it's automatically it's smart materials. It's automatically update all the materials for you. Okay. So if you go up, you can go to the web fair. Okay. So when the web fair loading, then you can play it with all the materials here already. You can have the color variations. For example, the grain scale is large or medium. Like you want to have more subtles or more bigger details. And do you want to have more wrinkles? Okay, you see? And we also have all the different materials. Like if you want to change the colors for the stitches. Okay, and of course, if the patterns density and this is just the format for your end software using. So this is one of the materials I'm showing. So this is a soft material. I would like to jump to some metal. Let's go for metal, some hard surface. So for hard surface, I think we can play this one. If you are happy about the materials, you can just download here, okay? And you can download SBS AR and SBS. SBS AR you can use in Max, Maya, Unity, Unreal, Node, Viri, okay? Just immediately. And if you want to see the recipe, the secret behind it, behind the smart materials, you download SBS. You can use Substance Designer to open all the source. They just open for you, then you can dig it. Okay, and this is same when these buildings, when we click to create some buildings, how it looks like, put on the materials and different designs. Okay, so then let's go for the web fair to play some of its smart materials. Of course, it's still like give you different process already. Pretty amazing. Or window amounts. Like, do you want more windows or less windows. Then the window frame color, of course, you can change it, and you can change the dirtiness, because if you are architectures designers, of course you want clean. But today we have some animations, right? Animation team, sometimes you want some subtle dirtiness to make your environment looks more like a real, right? And this is very interesting. This is curtain opening. Do you want it all open? Or do you want it all closed? It's just so fast, right? You can also play all these materials in substance sampler, okay? So now please allow me to open software, like we go to the 3D sampler, okay? So I will open it. Before we open it, let's see one more textures. I would love to suggest, like this time we go for wood. Let's see which one is interesting. How about this one? Okay, so this is this is pretty old wood. Okay, later we can see some more subtle new ones. Okay, then what is good thing about this parametric things? Like when you want to create the things, you always like, oh, I need to change some things. Then I need to asking the artist to change some things for me again if you do a team job. But thanks for substance materials, it's just automatically updated. So think about the roof on the top on your house. Okay, so it's just all the things, it's just automatically update for you. So you don't need to, like, I match, like, okay, I need some part, then you don't need to ask for the teams, like you can just directly change by yourself in the final stage. Okay, then of course you can have some offset, you can remove the damage, can even make it more new. Okay, and you can reduce the news, or then you can change all the colors. Okay, so I let you to play by yourself. Later, I would love to see one more concrete. Okay, I think this is the key for today. If we have some furniture designers, architectures, when you're doing the concrete, you need to change all the size in your final renderings. I don't know, it's like Berry or Arnold or Unreal, Unity. Okay, I want to find some clean ones. For example, this one. This is pretty, we use it a lot, right? In our daily design lives. If we want to create factory art style interiors. So of course, first you can get the different variations, okay? Then more rocky, or you can just go to choose, like, okay, this is what I can play the parameters to get immense 3D Max Maya or Unreal Unity. Okay, so maybe like you choose the ones you really are more amazed, then you start to play with, like, okay, I want more tiling. And the dirt quality, okay. And the joint height, this is the small stuff you can change by yourself. Hole size. And of course, you can change the numbers. Tint. Okay, edge damage. What is this? Okay, so this one, yeah, please just get it by yourself, and of course you can change some colors, and you have multiple colors you can choose. Okay, different colors, and I don't think this is the best example, but I showed you how it works, so you can have a try later, so it will help you to create the realistic scenes. Okay, so next, let's I let you to play by yourself, and after, if you want to try, we have the free assets. Okay, and if you want all the things, and you can get the different features, and have realistic and have stylized, I think, too. Okay, this kind of stylized when we're doing the animations, right? And you can also do some mix up the wood, the roof. You can play with the stone. How many? If you want to do some adjustments, you can even to add waters or snows in the substance sampler. Okay, like okay, crack scale and intensity, shadow strands, the stone scale, and the density. Okay, so it's just amazing for all the animations, whatever you are working or you are a student. Okay, it's just like you cannot live without this. If you go to collections, you can go to directly, like before I went for the interior design, right? I can go walls, and if you are animations, I strongly go to the, you can use all others, of course, and you go to the stylized. Then you can see all the stylized textures, and yeah, it's really pretty amazing, and all the materials are glowing. Yeah, please feel free to download it. Should be have also some interesting crystal textures like amals, crystals. For this, basically all the animations, you need this kind of materials, right? When you change colors, you play the random seed to get the different crystal fillings. Okay, so this is substance asset. Please, it's just similar to Adobe stock. It has all the 3D textures and the basic model lanes and background lights, HDR as well. Then we go to the substance sampler. I will teach you how to quick to make a material. Like if you find some, if you use your phone, take some photos, okay? Or if you take use your phone to take some photos, or you just get some photos from the Adobe stock. Okay, so first create new, then you can go view settings. You can change your preview modelings like as you want. Okay. Then I will go for this is a concrete. Let's go for a leather. So you can use AI powered image to materials. Then the thanks for the Adobe Sensei, it will automatically to help you to create the material from pictures to the 3D materials, and it will automatically including all the channels. Okay, it's really clean. Let me remove the zoom. Okay, so you have base colors, you have normal, roughness, metallic, height, ambient occlusions. If you want, if you have opacity, you can also have opacity. Okay, then you can play with the AR functions. You can go for the like, okay, you want more geometry equalizers, or you want to reduce the delighting intensities and all the subtle details. Please play by yourself. And today I will not to create the big things for you. So let's move faster. So now I will go for an equalizer. Okay. To make it like now we can see like it's totally big difference, right? When we apply on materials. So help the equalizer to help us to get the more equals values. So we can use it to apply on the modelings. So more, it's the best accuracy. Okay. The next things is the seams, right? In the 3D world, the most headache things is the seams. Now, like nobody is nobody is fixing the seams by hand by Photoshop anymore. Okay, try to use the smart ways, use the technology. Okay, save your time. Don't put your talent, your time waste on the small things. Yeah. Then you can okay, go to the edge, detect. Then you can play with the switch the edge. Okay, you can see like this one is not that obvious, but actually it's really like help you to fix the seams that automatically detect the picture's informations. Okay, so it's just the awesome ways to remove your seams. And of course, there are also different ways to remove seams. Like you can use the clone stamp, same as Photoshop. And you also have some different I think different field where we just update a new version, so they might change the name. But it's just different ways to fix the seams, right? Okay, you can use the clone to remove some place you don't like. But today, since I don't have a lot of time, so I will just go for this first. Then next, I would like to give a color, maybe give a color variation. And I just want to have one color. Then, of course, you can use the Adobe colors, or I hope one day we can have Pantone. I think before we had, but now I don't see it. Okay. Let's go. Yes, let's go for red. More dark red. Okay. Then later, when I check it, Okay, I want my leather is more shining, so I can go back anytime. Then I go for my roughness, like I reduce the roughness, so it will be more shining. Okay. Then if I go big, it will be more rough. It really depends what kind of materials you want. Okay, and I can also change preset the fabric, because I will apply it on a soft surface, right? So this can help me to look at better. And the next things I want to try to show something interesting, right? For example, if I want to go to some stitches. Quick stitch. Okay, all the things please try. It's really pretty fun. Okay. Then I can, okay, I want to use the lines maybe. And I can do a rotation. I can, of course, I can change the colors, right? Like I want it more bright, so it's more obvious. Then I can give more amount, so it's smaller. Okay, and so many things, and you can even choose the themes like a French style or different styles, or I want it double or singles. It's really fast and nice to have. So please feel free to try it. Then after you are satisfied for your materials, then you can just share it. I can send to Substance Painter, or if you have Stager open, you can send to 3D Stager, or you can export as really SBS AR. Okay, then you can just save it. Then it can automatically to read in Substance Painter, all the 3D materials, they can read as AR format, or you can still go for TGAs or GPGs, the PNG, the Euro base, like how you use the Photoshop before, you can still maintain the same. So it will automatically to export the PBR workflow texture output to save in your folders. Okay, then you can click the export. Okay. So this is Substance 3D Sampler. It can help you to faster to preview all your materials and create from a picture to materials in a very fast ways. Okay. Then next, let's go for Substance 3D Painter. So Substance 3D Sampler is create a 3D materials and light. Of course, I didn't show the light. And not only for real life, you can create all the textures. And this time I will go to the Substance 3D Painter. It's 3D painting tools to help you to create the textures for your 3D object. And I'm sure like if you learned a little bit 3D already, then you know how to use this software. Okay. So please, I will open the sample first. Meat map. Okay, so first you have a very like you have materials. Okay, then this is you have the modeling. Sorry, you have modeling. Then this is SBS ARs I export before. Then I can just drag in. Maybe I already have it. Oh no. Okay, so let me import it. So as textures, basic material, project import. Okay, then I can use it on my 3D object already. Okay, and I can also like to linked all the bodies and the basements. So I can already use like all these channels, textures. They work together to make us the best PBR rendering, to make our assets looks really, really nice. Even it can be very, very how to say stylized or cartoonish. Okay. So this is the way how it works. We create the material in Substance 3D Sampler, then we can use it in our other software like Substance Painter. Okay, this time I will open a more complex, like this one. So this is for the release, we use this assets a lot. And when you get into the substance, you can first to bake all your maps. Okay, so let's start baking first. So for example, what you just do it, okay, because bake. I think in this way, like the software will automatically knows like how it can apply for the smart materials for you. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now it's working fine. Let me recheck. Normally I can just bake once. I don't know why today I feel stupid. Okay. Once we just drag in our 3D modeling, then we do some basic bakings. Okay, in texture setting. Then we can just start to do our artworks. So for example, I can go for I can download. Okay, I can download from the Substance 3D assets, the materials we're using, or I can use some basic materials to create some fast materials. Okay. Then this one, I can change the color, like green or red. Okay. Then I will give this one, I will create another layers. Okay. I will just drag in. Okay, it's same. Then I want to create some effects. Like I will right click, add a generator. Then I will go for a metal edge bear. Yeah, a lot of actually different smart masks you can just use to create your assets. Sorry. Sorry. I need to create a mask. Yes, add the black mask, add black generator. Yes, this is right approach. Then if you want, like if you go to the here, you can get all the smart mask in this tab too. Okay. have so many different functions you can use. And here, I want to reduce the levels. And I want more contrast. Okay. And the grunge amount, do you want more? Do you want less? Okay. And it's really a very fast, basic approach. Okay. And if you don't like, okay, if I can go more. Then if you don't like some part, you can just add paint. Then remove some. Okay. Try to do, you can also do some hand painting as well. And you can also choose the different brushes. All the brushes, they are just the same as the Photoshop scratchers. Then you like basically like a painter help you to do your big artworks. Then yeah. Then you can start to do the final art attachment for yourself. I just introduced you how to use it. I'm so sure like you guys can do a lot better artwork than me. Let's go. Of course, we have a lot of smart materials you can play with. And we also have in the most left, I have some basic materials. So I think let's apply more, maybe some steel. Okay. Then you can change like it's all brighter or things. Do we have paper? Okay, we have paper. Let's try. Okay, this is paper. Different. Okay. Okay, I like this one, and maybe I will reduce the height a little bit because it's kind of too rough, and I will create a normal layer, not fill layer. Then I will start to paint. Okay. Then I can start to paint already. And I go to the brush. I choose the different ways to paint. Okay. Then yeah, this is the purely art stuff. Then you can start to play do things by yourself. Okay. Okay. Then this is a quick test. Then later I want to show you the things like if you want to do fast projections, like for example, if I want to do okay, let me see. I create a normal layer. I go for a basic brush, and for this one, maybe I just want to have the color. Why not color first? I want to have height. Maybe okay. Metal, maybe metal. Okay. Let's see. And okay, let's go for this one. Height. Okay. Then this time I go for the alpha. Here I will choose maybe a logo. How about this one? The new logos. Okay. Okay. If I project it, you can see it's automatically to create the height. It's height because I put the height more inside. and you can adjust the height later as well. Why I want, and of course you can also remove the color and just use the height. And maybe remove off just to have some bumpiness. It's totally based on your own judgment, okay? And the good thing is I put it everywhere, okay? Then later, if I want to change it, I can go to the resource updater. Let's go for the one logos I just use, okay? Then I select the new resource. How about the old substance logo? If I update, it can update automatic for myself. Okay, so this all the very interesting workflows, and of course another very interesting ones also like so we have of course this is not closed, but if you have closed, you can have the different themes. Okay, and all these themes will automatically follow your shape. And you can even open the lazy mouse. Okay. Just imagine, oh, this is closed. But of course, this is not. This is a paper. Okay. So just very, very fun. And today I'm just show you the very, very basic things. And of course, if you do it well, you can do great art like our team, the art teams in our house, what they did, just fantastic. Okay. Sure. Okay. So yes, this is what their artwork. Yeah, a lot better than mine, right? And you can import this to Stager, or you can do others. But before I jump to the quick Stager, I would like to open a Udemy project, because I think a lot of animators, we are using Udemy workflow, right? But before this project, it's just really based on the 0 to 1 UV space. So let's see Udemy UV tiles workflow. This great dragon, it's made by Damien Gumano. It's a great artist, and he used the Substance Painter's Udemy workflow. And if you go to the texture set, you can see like, okay, have the different texture sets, right? And you have 4K, 1K, 1K, 4K, depends on the different UDMs, okay? And of course, you still can have the different texture sets. And you can see all your UV tiles, how many, and basically you can go as big as you want. I'm sure this is big enough for you. And the Substance Painter, the maximum size is 8K. So, but my computer is very old laptop, so I will not challenge 8K. Then if you try for the UDMs, then you can see like how it works. It's just, I think this one is not very obvious. Okay, let's try a leaves. Like when you paint, you can see like here and here, they are disconnected, right? But still, when you paint, it's automatically connected, okay? You can see like from here, here, here seamlessly. You don't need even to think about the seams anymore. It's just the perfect, right? And of course, you can use the different tools and to do the different combinations. And yeah, I don't know, like my colleagues, they love to do some dirtiness and blood. That yeah, please, you can try. But I'm more natural person. Okay. Then this is a UDM. Okay. So when you import the UDM to the project, okay, then it will automatically detect like you want to click switch on the UV tiles UDM, or you just keep the original workflows. So it's basically just on your needs. Then for the details, we have the great tutorials on Substance Academy. Don't hesitate to watch all the great Academy tutorials made by our team. So this is Substance 3D Painter. So I showed you totally 2 apps already, right? Then now we have the last 20 minutes. So okay, last 10 minutes, sorry. So we have the Substance 3D Sampler, right? What it's doing? It helps you to create all your 3D libraries, right? From a picture to 3D material, seamless, click. So great. And then if we have the modelings, we want to manually do some textures, what we're doing, we use the painter, right? It's just like a brush, we paint, okay? But we have a lot of smart materials help us to do the basic jobs, to make even the junior artist did a great, fantastic job. Then the next, the latest, we do the rendering. Okay, so maybe you're already using your own rendering tools, but still, Stager is the really great tools. You can do a fast concept improvement. Okay, and it can also read all the substance automatic materials, and it has a lot of cool functions like real-time retracings, and you don't need even to active all the offline renderings, and it's also including the physics. It's just awesome. So let's see. So this is the Stager. It's our last apps. So for example, if I go for sofa, it's a very simple sofa, and yeah, I can use the basic materials like leather. Okay, let's try some leather. And you can change the resolutions. It's automatically upgraded to the high resolutions. And of course, you want to have some themes, some details, go for the Substance Painter, okay? The Substance Stager is just really for a fast mockup, and you can play also the object, like you want to go wilder, then it's automatically
Ya, selamat sore Bapak Ibu semua. Sepertinya ada gangguan teknis sebentar. Mohon maaf, kita sedang memperbaikinya dulu. Mohon ditunggu sebentar. Jadi untuk Bapak dan Ibu, jika ada yang ingin ditanyakan, silakan menuliskan komentarnya di kolom Q&A. Nanti akan kita jawab bersama dengan Meizi. Jika dari hasil presentasi tadi ada sesuatu yang Bapak Ibu ingin tanyakan gitu ya, atau ada sesuatu yang menarik bagi Bapak Ibu nih. Kalau dari bagian produk yang dijelaskan tadi sangat berguna bagi Bapak Ibu dan masih ada yang kurang mengerti gitu, ada yang ingin ditanyakan untuk Bapak dan Ibu, boleh dipersilakan ditulis di kolom Q&A. Kita sangat welcome sekali. Tidak hanya untuk yang bagian presentasi dari Meizi saja yang bisa ditanyakan ya. Pada saat presentasi saya mengenai license pun dipersilakan untuk ditanyakan. Karena saya sudah lihat di Q&A sudah ada beberapa pertanyaan ya. Sudah ada beberapa pertanyaan mengenai license, nanti akan kita jawab di bagian Q&A nantinya ya. Jadi please welcome untuk ditanyakan apapun yang Bapak Ibu ingin tanyakan, kita akan jawab di bagian Q&A nantinya. Seperti itu. Masih semangat ya Bapak Ibu, kita masih punya waktu kurang lebih sampai jam 4, dan untuk Bapak Ibu kita juga masih ada hadiah-hadiah juga nanti pada sesi kuis nanti, jadi jangan meninggalkan acara. Kita akan ada sesi kuisnya, ada hadiah-hadiah yang sangat menarik. Oke, Meizi sering kembali. Oke, Meizi, please you come back again. Please.
And
You
this,
can continue.
yeah,
Okay.
this is the beauty when you have the live webinar. It happens all time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I remember one time like I need to restart my computer 3 times, but just one time. That time was really funny. Okay. So we are closing, okay? So let's just do a last 3D stager, and I would love you to see how powerful it is and what it can bring to you. Okay. So I will skip the basic things, okay? Let's just go for it. I think, for example, I will go to my library to get some assets. Then before I said like we can download from Adobe Substance 3D assets, right? And here, okay, is it interior? Okay, let's try this one. I just drag something randomly. For example, I get a table. Okay, and then I can get a chair. So of course, entertainment, you can import your characters, your stylized things, and use the perfect lighting system. And this is for our architecture team today, okay? And but it's all the same concept. Let's see, I want to change material here. I will just go for, let's save some time, just go for a metal. And if you use dimension before, dimension like a toy, right? A really interesting rendering toy. So let's see what the professionals can help us. Then I will go for, okay, match image. Okay. Then then it will automatically like match my my lightings to my I want to remove the grade. Okay, so the next things I would love to have props. For example, I can have let's have a mat. Okay. Okay. Then I will copy paste. And when I put it, it's kind of like sometimes use a lot of time to do the staging. So now I will give quick materials to show the difference. I will switch on its collision. Of course, the table as well. And don't forget to switch on the big collisions in the word as well. Then this time, if I go, see, it start to have the physics to help me to create the real simulations. So this can help us to do a very fast mock-up. Okay, I want to play some plants, but let's just forget about it. Then I will just drag in. Do not play the parameters. I will let you to play later by yourself. Okay. Then the magic is I would like to put the more darker color. I think this is more classy. I will switch on the retracing. Okay. Then the scenes will just automatically to calculate all the lightings from background. If I also can add some new background, then the reflections you can see and the real lightings leadings. It's just amazing. Like it's in the same time, in the real time. You can see the shadows, reflections. You never needed to like wait so many times to waiting for your renderings done. Okay, and you can even like in here staging, you can create your own walls or the real furnitures like in 3D, or use the environment, the HDR lightings, backgrounds, all things is here. Okay, and it's just like a virtual booths and all the things you can just it's great for the realistic things, and I'm happy that architectures right now is really happy about the result. And if you are working for entertainment animations, and you can also see like a lot of people, they are using stagers to do the fantastic artworks based on the styles, art styles. Okay, so don't limit it. My demo is just one art style. Okay, so don't do any limitations, please. Then I would love to go for the finals. Let me switch off the retracing. Retracing is just the magic, right? And okay. So please take care and stay safe. And I hope I can meet you face to face soon. I wish you have a wonderful day. So, and yeah, it's still like the crash was really funny. And I will give back to Andy and Masha. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you for the great presentation, Meizi. Please stay for a while because we will move on to the next session, which is Q&A. Our team has gathered all questions from the attendees and I will read them to you after this. Nah, sebelum kita masuk ke sesi tanya jawab Q&A, saya ingin menginfokan kembali kepada Bapak dan Ibu untuk jangan lupa mengisi feedback form berikut untuk keperluan data pengiriman hadiah kuis jika menang ya Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Nah, sambil Bapak Ibu mengisi feedback formnya, kita akan memasuki sesi Q&A. Bapak atau Ibu yang sudah menuliskan pertanyaan di kolom Q&A akan coba dijawab oleh Bapak Handi dan Meizi secara live. Now, we will move on to the next session, which is Q&A. Right now, I'm going to read the first question. Oke, saya akan bacakan pertanyaan pertamanya. Pertanyaan pertama dari Bapak Adri Susanto. Nah, pertanyaannya ini sepertinya untuk Bapak Handi ya. Pertanyaannya adalah bisa dijelaskan lebih detail untuk multiple admin dalam konteks perusahaan advertising agency. Bapak Handi, silakan.
Oke, selamat siang lagi. Oke, bisa dijelaskan lebih detail mengenai multiple admin dalam konteks perusahaan advertising agency. Oke, untuk multiple admin ini untuk Bapak dan Ibu yang advertising agency atau yang lain pun sebenarnya hampir sama ya penggunaannya ya. Hanya pada saat Bapak request itu harus menggunakan yang enterprise. Untuk yang enterprise ini nanti levelnya akan berbeda dan negosiasinya itu akan langsung dengan Adobe. Dan memang ada minimum requirement-nya yang dibutuhkan untuk bisa mendapatkan level enterprise ini. Nah, tergantung dari Bapak dan Ibu penggunaannya dibutuhkan seperti apa. Jika dibutuhkan untuk pembagian admin lebih dari satu, maka harus menggunakan level enterprise ini, Pak. Jadi ya, intinya sih nanti Bapak akan punya satu holding. Sebagai satu holding itu akun utamanya, ID utamanya yang menjadi super user. Nanti setelah itu, Bapak dan Ibu bisa membagikan kepada grup-grupnya dari subsidiaries yang lainnya untuk pembagian adminnya. Mereka nanti akan punya ID sendiri untuk login di admin konsol juga, dan nanti quantity yang Bapak Ibu beli tersebut bisa di-share kepada mereka. Seperti itu kurang lebih. Kalau masih kurang jelas, boleh ditanyakan lagi, Pak.
Baik, Pak Handi, terima kasih untuk jawabannya kepada Bapak Adri. Mungkin kalau kurang jelas bisa Bapak Adri bisa menghubungi langsung ke email info@teknologika.biz atau menghubungi Pak Handi langsung ya Pak Handi ya.
Boleh.
Untuk dijelaskan. Oke. Sekarang pertanyaan kedua dari Bapak Budi Hertanto. Pertanyaannya, untuk link membership, persyaratannya apa saja? Mungkin ini dijawab oleh Bapak Handi lagi ya, Pak?
Iya, betul. Oke, untuk link membership itu syaratnya hanya satu, yaitu untuk pembelian quantity lebih dari 10. Jika sudah lebih dari 10, maka kita bisa melakukan link membership. Seperti itu. Dan yang minimal ada dua entity ya. Jadi untuk nomor VIP-nya yang akan nanti kita akan linkkan. Seperti itu. Hanya itu saja syaratnya. Betul.
Oke, baik. Terima kasih untuk jawabannya, Pak Handi. Nah, ini kita ada chat lagi, Pak Handi. Di kolom chat dari Pak Adri Susanto minta nomor WA-nya Bapak Handi. Ya.
Boleh, saya share nomor saya di chat ya.
Ya. Oke. Next questions comes from Mr. Adri Susanto to Miss Meizi. The question is, how to implement 3D substance to replace the making of product catalogs without product photographs at all? Can we do that?
Double confirm. Is it means he doesn't want to use photo, but wants from the scratch to do the substance?
Yes.
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 Of course. Because actually most of the substance library is based on substance designer. It's really node based. Okay. Maybe just let me share. Like if you, I told you like from Adobe Substance 3D as that. If you go for there, then you can see you can download SBS AR and SBS, right? So the SBS is purely just from the scratch. So this is the used on the Substance 3D Designer. Okay. So this is supposed to be the node-based, and it's need a longer learning curve. I will give you a quick shows up. For example, like you download the SBS AR file. This is what looks like in Substance 3D Designer. So why it's smart? Because it used all the input, then it's processed like Photoshop, layers by layers, but here is node by node. Then all this output can read in 3D Max, Maya, or Unreal Unity, or like your different rendering tools. Then you can change all the things. You can activate it. Like for example, you just drag in all the different patterns, then it's automatically changed. And all these things can just automatically change. And you can change like by the amount, okay, then by the patterns, then okay, and for example, you can even yes, reduce the size and positions, give offset. Okay.
Okay.
And so this is pretty like a node-based workflow to get your final image. And you can just simply activate it. Then you can just change the color same anytime. So this is the basic concept of this magic software. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for the answer, Meizi. Jadi Bapak Pak Adri ya. Jadi untuk menggantikan pembuatan produk katalog tanpa foto itu bisa dilakukan menggunakan Substance 3D Designer. Jadi Bapak bisa membuat start from scratch menggunakan Adobe Substance 3D Designer seperti itu. Okay, next question comes from Winto. He has two questions for Ms. Meizi. The first question is, when I do project presentation, not on digital device, such as laptop or mobile phone, there are distinct color output from the paper printout compared to the color on my computer screen. How Adobe can cope with that? That's the first question.
It's a very good question, actually. First, it's just a universal question. You can either use Pantone, you can either use Adobe Color. So it's based on your choice. Then you can make sure, like in the real life, how the colors will same. The factory color will be same as your computer design colors. Use the code.
Okay. And the next question is, what are the minimum computer requirements for Adobe 3D Substance to run well on my computer?
It's also very good questions. If you, I saw your questions before, you just Google it, then it will comes out the hardware. Then you can even got the minimum requirements. But if you want dig, you don't need to dig in actually. My own advice is just like get a good graphic card. the best you can get. So you will be more smooth. But of course, like a lot of students, they have like maybe not the latest computers. So you reduce your picture size. I'm working for 4K pictures on my laptop. So you reduce to 1K. Then when you do the final export, you do the 2K, 4K export, right? And when you work, you're just working on the low resolutions.
Oke, jadi jawabannya supaya bisa berjalan dengan baik di komputernya Bapak, ketika Bapak mendesain project tersebut, Bapak reduce dulu resolusinya ke 1K, lalu ketika sudah selesai dan mau di-render, baru Bapak ubah menjadi 2K sampai 4K, seperti itu. Supaya tidak nge-lag. Gitu. Oke. Now let's move on to the next question. It's from Thomas Youth to Miss Meizi. Did you create that 3D dragon character from zero by 3ds Max software, or what software did you use?
It's a very interesting question. So first, I'm not the one create these assets. I thought it's Damien Goumanon because we have an assets creation team and he's a famous artist. We negotiate his artwork. We've been honored to use one version of our Substance Painter. And yeah, I think it depends on you. Like you can choose Max Maya, you can choose Cinema 4D, and a lot of people using Blender, right? Because it's open source and kind of trying to. So based on your choice. And of course, you can use Adobe Medium.
Adobe Medium.
Yeah, Adobe Substance 3D Medium. It's just open beta, and you can apply it from our website. It's free. And you can play with the Adobe 3D modeling tool as well, because we are trying very hard to create the whole ecosystem for the society. And of course, you can also use ZBrush, right? Yes. If you're good at art, so it's based on your choice.
Okay. Thank you for the answer. Jadi Pak Thomas, tadi naganya itu ternyata udah dibuat sama artis lain, dan artis lain itu menggunakan software lain juga seperti ZBrush dan yang lain-lainnya, lalu diekspor, diimport, dimasukkan ke Adobe Substance untuk kita ganti materialnya seperti itu. Oke, pertanyaan selanjutnya dari Bapak Sigit Sadana. Nah, pertanyaan pertamanya ini untuk Bapak Handi. Jika Adobe terinstall di salah satu PC, kemudian PC tersebut rusak, apakah lisensi yang diinstal di PC baru akan tetap dihitung satu? Karena tidak terjadi penghapusan lisensi di PC yang lama, Pak. Gitu.
Oke, untuk Bapak Sigit, jadi untuk lisensi yang sudah diinstal di salah satu PC dan PC tersebut rusak, begitu ya, dan nantinya akan diinstal ke PC yang baru. Jadi untuk Adobe sendiri, dia menghitung lisensinya itu sebagai user, bukan sebagai device ya. Jadi dia akan mengikut kepada satu user, sehingga sebenarnya Bapak install di PC yang lain pun tidak ada masalah. Kalau misalnya nanti Bapak akan install ke PC yang baru dan lognya, log di servernya Adobe itu masih terhitung di PC yang lama, pada saat Bapak login ke yang baru, dia akan ada keluar warning pertanyaan bahwa log yang lama ini mau dihapuskan atau tidak. Nanti tinggal pilih iya saja, Bapak sudah bisa menggunakan di PC yang baru.
Oke. Untuk pertanyaan dari Pak Sigit Sadana selanjutnya, ini masih untuk Pak Handi lagi nih. Apakah jika penginstal salah satu aplikasi Adobe, boleh di-downgrade ke versi yang lebih rendah, Pak Handi?
Pada dasarnya tidak terlalu dianjurkan untuk melakukan downgrade ke versi yang lebih rendah ya, karena banyak sekali fitur-fitur yang sudah lama dan sudah tidak disupport oleh Adobe. Jadi tentu Adobe sendiri lebih prefer untuk selalu menggunakan versi yang terbaru, karena dengan versi yang terbaru tentu sangat banyak fitur-fitur baru. Tetapi kalau misalnya ada satu dua hal yang kadang di customer kita pun ada yang harus menggunakan versi lama gitu ya, mungkin ada spek yang tidak cukup atau memang komputernya yang belum tidak bisa menggunakan versi yang terbaru, maka ada yang bisa dilakukan adalah nanti ada caranya nanti login ke Adobe-nya sendiri, kita bisa ambil key-nya, tinggal ambil versi lamanya diinstal di komputer tersebut, nanti bisa ambil key-nya dari admin konsolnya. Tapi memang ada beberapa step yang cukup dalam yang harus dilakukan sih. Jadi tidak langsung ambil seperti itu. Gitu. Ada beberapa step yang harus dilakukan. Tapi jawabannya bisa.
Oke, jawabannya bisa, tapi tidak disarankan ya Pak Handi
Betul.
ya. Betul. Oke, terima kasih untuk jawabannya Pak Handi. Oke, next question is for Meizi. The question is, if we want to make our own texture, is there a way to make photos better when it is going to be used as texture? I mean,
can you repeat again?
If we want to make our own texture, is there a way to make photos better when it is going to be used as texture? Maybe what he meant is how can we use how to create high quality photos and then so it can be used as a new texture. I think.
Okay, so I think the things like substance sampler is really powerful for creating textures from photo. So what is the best bring out from the PBR technology? It's because it's great to remove the lightings, shadows, all this information from your photo, then to create a physical based lighting textures. Then in your environment, your textures can reflect your real-time lightings in the correct way. So this is the working theory back of this. So if you have like the very textures, a photo with a lot of shadows and a lot of lighting on it, you use the AI power, it's just automatically remove all the lightings and shadows to create the best texture for you. I think this is the best takeaway. And of course, you can remove some parts you don't like it. And you are not just change one channel, not only the color. You use the substance sampler, you can also remove the same part, not only from color, also from the height, also from the reflections and all other channels. So your texture will be consistent. Okay, so that's why substance 3D textures is the world leader. It cannot be replaced. Like we see other studios, they also making some libraries, or they try to make the texture tools, but it's still a lot of far away. So yeah, for now, it's your only choice and the best solution in the world.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Jadi Pak, untuk membuat kualitas fotonya supaya bagus untuk dijadikan tekstur baru, Bapak harus memperhatikan pencahayaan dari foto tersebut. Misalnya Bapak nggak terlalu ngerti tentang pencahayaan, mungkin di kamera Bapak bisa di-set, kan sekarang di handphone kita itu ada fitur AI foto. Jadi Bapak bisa bisa menghidupkan fitur itu untuk supaya cahayanya yang dihasilkan untuk fotonya itu bisa bisa secara otomatis bagus gitu. Tidak gelap, tidak menghasilkan bayangan yang berlebihan seperti itu, Pak. Lalu Bapak kalau bisa menghapus objek-objek yang Bapak tidak mau menggunakan Adobe Sampler, Substance Sampler, 3D Sampler, seperti itu. Okay, next question is for Meizi. Are library assets and texture assets in 3D Substance all free to use? Is the assets free to use?
So should I or Handy? You go for it. It's a sales thing. Go for it, Handy.
Oke.
Bapak Hani mungkin.
Untuk aset-aset yang ada di dalam Substance itu sebagian besar adalah sudah free. Hanya untuk beberapa aset tertentu memang yang akan berbayar, tetapi sebagian besar mostly adalah free.
Jadi Pak Hani mengatakan sebagian besar asetnya itu gratis ya Pak ya?
Ya, betul.
Tapi Bapak bilang ada sebagian yang berbayar itu yang seperti apa Pak? Aset yang
bisa
berbayar.
masuk ke dalam aplikasinya, nanti ada pilihan-pilihannya. Yang mana yang free, mana yang akan ada.
Ya.
Pada saat misalnya yang berbayar, nanti akan keluar harganya di situ.
Oke. Terima kasih
seperti
untuk
pada saat menggunakan Adobe Stock ya. Mirip seperti itu juga.
Ya. Baik. Terima kasih untuk jawabannya Pak Hani. And next question is for Meizi. The question is, can we make 4 sides of an object that have 4 different textures? For example, if we make a simple cube from 3ds Max, does the object must be separated in parts first, or no?
You don't need it. It's actually how Substance using the smart material is based on your material ID. Okay, you give the materials different IDs, okay, maybe for this surface I give 1 textures, and all wood part I would like to give 1 textures. Okay, then you import your full modelings inside a Substance Painter, and it will automatically detect by the different texture sets based on your material ID.
Oke. Jadi jawabannya tidak perlu dipisah-pisah terlebih dahulu ya Pak, karena ada fitur Smart Materials, jadi bisa langsung ke detect seperti itu Pak. Oke, I think this is the last questions for today's Q&A session. The last question is from Ardi, and this question is for Ms. Meizi, I think. So the question is, if the resulting image is created in another 3D application platform, can it be customized with Adobe 3D Substance? What form of extension can be used?
Very good questions. And of course, first, a lot of companies using the scan data, like all the fashion industries, factories, they're really keen to the details. They use the high-end scanner to scan all the materials. Then they import all the textures into Substance. It's really based on what you need. If you want to do it Substance SBS AR material only, you use Substance Sampler enough. You just like when I drag it in, I use the base bitmap to material, right? Then there's another functions the beside is the multi-bitmap to material. It's like if you do the scanning, you have different angles. This is really accurate for the factory Ds. Then another side is just import the bitmaps. Then you can choose, okay, which one is for which channel. So this is only for like if you have basic materials, you want to make it substance, okay, format. If you have modelings, then you need to use Substance Painter. The same, you import it, you drag it in, then as a photo, as textures, then you fill it, just same as Photoshop. You fill it into your different channels. So it's work the same.
Okay. Thanks for the answer, Miss Meizi. Dan sepertinya itu adalah pertanyaan terakhir.
Sorry, saya potong sedikit, Marsha. Tadi ada yang menanyakan lagi mengenai minimum spek. Biar saya share screen ya.
Oh ya, boleh.
Oke.
Silakan.
Oke. Ini adalah ini bisa dilihat dari websitenya Adobe. Ini adalah spek minimum untuk menjalankan program dari Adobe Substance. Jadi minimum spek yang di-require adalah i3 dengan NVIDIA GeForce 1060 atau Quadro M2000 atau dengan AMD bisa Radeon RX 580 dengan VRAM 4GB, RAM minimum adalah 8GB karena untuk render 3D itu kayaknya akan sangat kurang sekali jika sampai 4GB ya. 8GB ini sangat minimum dan hard drive-nya adalah 10GB. Ini adalah spek minimum. Ini spek minimum ini dia bisa berjalan, tetapi akan sangat tidak nyaman sekali digunakan gitu ya. Tetapi dia bisa berjalan. Recommended-nya adalah dengan Intel Core i7 atau GeForce RTX 2080 dengan Quadro RTX 4000 atau Radeon RX 6700, VRAM-nya di 8GB dengan RAM 16GB. Ini adalah recommended-nya. Untuk optimalnya supaya lebih nyaman ya bisa menggunakan Intel Core i9 atau NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080 atau Quadro RTX 6000 dengan Radeon RX 6800 XT, VRAM-nya 16GB, RAM-nya di 30GB. Itulah yang disarankan. Kurang lebih seperti itu. Oke, thank you.
Alright, I think the time is up. Thank you for the answers given by Ms. Meizi, Yan, and Mr. Hani. Terima kasih kepada para narasumber kita yang luar biasa pada sore hari ini dan jawaban yang telah diberikan. Maka berakhirlah sudah sesi Q&A kita kali ini. Nah, sekarang kita akan berlanjut ke sesi kuis. Jadi, cara bermain kuisnya gampang banget Bapak Ibu. Sebentar lagi, di layar Bapak dan Ibu akan tertera pertanyaan yang berupa pilihan ganda. Total ada 4 pertanyaan. Untuk menjawab, silahkan Bapak Ibu ketik lengkap jawaban yang menurut Bapak Ibu benar di kolom chat Zoom. Ingat ya, Bapak Ibu, di kolom chat Zoom, bukan di kolom Q&A. Send message to all panelists and attendees, lalu jawaban Bapak Ibu harus lengkap juga. Kalau jawaban Bapak dan Ibu tidak lengkap, maka kami akan anggap tidak sah. Mudah kan Bapak dan Ibu sekalian? Oke, sekarang sebentar lagi saya akan tampilkan 2 pertanyaan pertama untuk mendapatkan hadiah one more piston buds dan 2 pertanyaan terakhir untuk mendapatkan 2 webcam Logitech C270. Oke, Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, sudah siap? Kalau Bapak dan Ibu sekalian sudah siap, langsung saja kita tampilkan pertanyaan pertama. Pertanyaan pertama, berikut adalah aplikasi yang terdapat di dalam Substance 3D Collection kecuali A. Stager, B. Designer, C. Sampler, atau yang D. Spark. Nah, silahkan ditulis jawaban yang lengkapnya ya Bapak dan Ibu. Jangan cuma A atau B atau C atau D seperti itu Bapak dan Ibu sekalian ya. waktu sudah berjalan dan sudah banyak yang menjawab ya Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. 1-0 dan jawaban yang benar adalah D, spark. Ya, kita akan lihat dulu siapakah jawaban tercepat. Banyak yang Bapak dan Ibu sekalian masih banyak yang menjawab A, B, C, atau D ya. Tapi saya sarankan Bapak Ibu sekalian jawabnya D, spark, seperti itu. Jangan cuma A, B, C, D. Oke? Yang benar, jawaban yang tercepat dan terbenar adalah Bapak Beni. Yeay, selamat ya kepada Bapak Beni yang memenangkan satu buah TWS dari One More Piston Buds. Oke. Kita tampilkan pertanyaan selanjutnya. Ya, kepanjangan dari PT dalam Substance 3D Collection adalah A. Photoshop, B. Painter, C. Perusahaan teknologi, atau D. Portfolio. Kira-kira jawabannya yang mana Bapak dan Ibu sekalian? Oke. Wah, sudah banyak yang menjawab ya Bapak dan Ibu nampaknya. Tapi apakah jawaban yang Bapak Ibu jawab itu benar? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jawaban yang paling benar adalah B, painter. Yeay, dan Bapak yang menjawab tercepat dan paling benar adalah Bapak Budi Hermawan. Selamat kepada Bapak Budi Hermawan yang memenangkan One More Piston Buds. Selanjutnya, 2 pertanyaan selanjutnya, ini untuk memenangkan webcam Logitech ya Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Dan pertanyaannya adalah, software terbaru Adobe yang mendukung kreativitas 3D dari awal hingga akhir proyek apapun adalah A. Adobe Substance 3D, B. Adobe Substance Aero, C. Adobe Substance Texture, atau D. Adobe Substance Paint. Yang mana Bapak dan Ibu sekalian? Kira-kira apakah Aero, 3D, Texture, atau Paint? Oke, kita lihat sudah banyak yang jawab juga sih. Cuman apakah ada yang benar? Dan jawabannya adalah A, Adobe Substance 3D. Yeay. Dan jawaban tercepat adalah dari Bapak Adri Susanto. Selamat ya Pak Adri. Udah paling banyak nanya pertanyaan, juga dapat hadiah lagi webcam Logitech. Yeay, selamat kepada Pak Adri. Oke, sekarang pertanyaan terakhir. Jadi pastikan Bapak dan Ibu gercep ya. Jangan sampai ketinggalan. Soalnya ini hadiah terakhir loh Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Oke, langsung aja kita tampilkan pertanyaan terakhirnya. Pertanyaan terakhir. Kepanjangan dari DS dalam Substance 3D Collection adalah A. Desa, B. Dosa, C. Designer, atau D. Destination. Ya, ini pertanyaannya gampang banget deh. Waduh, ada yang bilang dosa. Dosa apa sih, Pak? Kita semua berdosa kok, Pak. Oke, waktu tinggal 4, 3, 2, 1, dan jawaban yang benar adalah C, designer. Yeay. Dan penjawab tercepat dan terbenar adalah Bapak Ardi. Selamat kepada Bapak Ardi yang memenangkan webcam Logitech C270. Oke. Saya ucapkan selamat kepada para pemenang ya. Terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu yang sudah ikut berpartisipasi dalam games dan kuis kali ini. Sekali lagi saya ucapkan selamat kepada para pemenang. Setelah acara berakhir nanti, akan ada tim panitia yang akan menghubungi para pemenang terkait pengiriman hadiahnya. Buat yang belum menang, nggak apa-apa. Mungkin bisa join lagi di next webinar. Ya, tanpa terasa kita sudah sampai di penghujung acara, namun sebelum menutup acara pada hari ini, mungkin ada kata penutup dari Bapak Handi, or Meizi, do you want to add something before we end today's session, maybe?
Yeah, please stay safe, stay focused, try to use Adobe Substance 3D more, and you guys are the future. And I hope you guys are the best Substance users in South Asia too. Thank you.
Oke, thank you. Kalau dari Bapak Handi mungkin ada tambahan?
Iya, thank you semuanya untuk yang hadir pada hari ini. Kami mengucapkan terima kasih sekali sudah bersedia mengikuti dari awal sampai akhir acara. Tidak terasa sudah 2 jam lebih kita melaksanakan acara ini. Semoga kita bisa bertemu lagi di acara-acara selanjutnya. Dan sebagai informasi tambahan, kita akan ada acara untuk Adobe Sign di 2 minggu lagi dari sekarang. Bagi Bapak dan Ibu yang mau join, nanti silakan hubungi kami untuk kita bisa kasih linknya untuk kita ajak join. Itu aja. Terima kasih. Stay safe.
Ya, terima kasih kepada Bapak Ibu para attendee yang sudah menyempatkan waktu untuk menghadiri webinar hari ini. Semoga webinar hari ini bermanfaat bagi kita semua ya. Jangan lupa juga untuk ikuti terus sosial media PT Tekno Logika Utama karena kami banyak mengupdate tentang webinar-webinar yang akan dilaksanakan selanjutnya. Oke, saya Marsha mewakili panitia yang bertugas menyampaikan mohon maaf apabila ada salah kata dan perbuatan. Akhir kata, terima kasih, selamat sore, dan selamat beraktivitas kembali Bapak dan Ibu sekalian.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih. Terima kasih, Meizi.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Ya, thank you, Meizi.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Henry.
see
Thank you,
you.
Mar